Assalamu alaikum, ladies and gentlemen. It's my pleasure to introduce Mr. Nizran bin Noordin, the Director General of the Islamic Tourism Centre, Malaysia, with over 2 decades of experience across diverse industries. Mr. Nizran is a transformational leader committed to elevating Malaysia as a global hub for Muslim-friendly tourism. Today, he will share his vision for creating a thriving, inclusive tourism economy that benefits all. Let's hear his thoughts on the future of Islamic tourism, not just in Malaysia, but the world over as well. Without wasting any further time, so could it be possible for you, please, to let me know as to what the main objectives of the Fourth World Islamic Tourism Conference are?
Well, the Fourth World Islamic Tourism Conference is a 2-day conference. It's an opportunity for participants, whether they're individuals or organizations, to share knowledge and insights, to bridge relations, and also ultimately to expand the ecosystem of the Muslim-friendly tourism and hospitality.
And how does this year's theme differ from the previous editions? And what are the key topics that are being highlighted in this conference?
This year's theme, entitled Forging Connections, is about the post-pandemic strategy to help industry players to rebound and achieve its past achievement, particularly pre-COVID pandemic levels.
So you are a veteran of the tourism industry, halal tourism industry. So over the years, what do you think? How has Islamic tourism evolved in the recent years, and what are the initiatives which this conference has been taking to reflect that evolution?
I would like to probably correct that statement. I am not a veteran in the tourism industry. My past background, I've been involved in property development, property management, and also in the information technology space. But okay, I can tell you from my understanding and research of what I've done on what Islamic Tourism Centre has done in the past, and also what Islamic tourism has evolved over the years. I think this particular segment has achieve a fairly commendable awareness from the general market, particularly among industry players, on the need to really address the faith-based needs of Muslims when they travel. And with that, with what ITC has actually achieved after many years of research and market intelligence work, ITC has now aggressively going on an aggressive mode to promote its recognition programs, particularly Muslim-friendly tourism and hospitality, the MFAR marking for tourism premises, and also the Muslim-friendly tourist guides to empower tourist guides with understanding and knowledge about how to understand the needs of Muslim travelers. So with these 2 programs being the cornerstone of the MFTH ecosystem that ITC upholds, I think we are now at a stage where we want to conduct more capacity building and awareness to industry players so that we can ultimately achieve our objective to actually expand the ecosystem.
And for the last 2 decades, Islamic tourism industry has been expanding very fast. There's no doubt about it. But, of course, still needs to be done a lot. So, from your perspective, what are the main challenges the Islamic tourism industry is currently facing?
Yeah, so when we talk about the growing Islamic tourism, it comes as well with many countries and organizations promoting their own version of a Muslim-friendly ecosystem, and everyone's starting to come out with their own Muslim-friendly marking. So there is a growing, there are more and more numbers of Muslim-friendly markings coming out from different countries, and they come up with their own guidelines, and this leads to possibly fragmentation in the industry. When there's fragmentation in the industry, it's not good for the universal travelers. The understanding will be different. And you know what more? It could probably create confusion, which is something that we don't want. We don't want to create confusion in the sense that we rather have a unified stand towards how we define and how we practice Muslim-friendly tourism and hospitality, just like how we treat how halal is defined. Fortunately, halal is an Arabic word that even appears in the Quran. It's a word of God from that is in the Quran, and is easily referenced on what you need to do to actually make sure that it's halal. But in the case of Muslim-friendly tourism, it's it's just a combination of practices of the modern world and the needs to conform with the maqasid Sharia in terms of identifying the needs of Muslim travelers. So it's a bit more work to really standardize this, but I hope this challenge can actually be addressed.
Islamic tourism industry has become an integral part of the Malaysian economy. So from your perspective, how does Islamic tourism industry play an important role in the development, in the economic development of any country?
All right. For any country, they can take the opportunity of tapping into the, from a business perspective, I would say, we know that the market will be worth $225 billion by year 2028. So everyone wants a piece of that action. So so it's an opportunity for any countries or any economies to help and tap wallet of the universal travelers, particularly among the Muslim market, with $225 billion worth to tap into the country. And I think the benefits that it will help is that it will help the economy of the countries that focus towards this to actually prosper from being able to tap into this particular market segment among the Muslim travelers.
What are the key highlights and partnerships you are expecting from this conference?
Well, from this conference particularly, I'm looking at as it is a platform or avenue where we gather different perspectives on Islamic tourism, and we hope that the intermingling of not just personalities, but also attendees or delegates of the conference will offer new insights and ideas to act upon. And in my past experience, having been an entrepreneur and participating in conferences, any conference for that matter is an exclusive platform for you to have face-to-face time with experts, with industry players, with policymakers, and just to get their input on what could be the future trend and what do they think about certain ideas or things that they are working on and things like that. So it is just amazing what this conference can actually help for ITC to achieve, not only for Malaysia, but also for other countries whose delegates are probably representing their respective countries. Yeah.
I've been meeting with a lot of industry players. They're from the government as well as from the private sectors, not just from Malaysia, but from other countries as well.
Yeah.
So from your perspective, so what is the role of public and private sectors in promoting Islamic tourism industries in respective countries?
That is definitely a very good question. That's a very good question in the sense that we had our fair share of experience where we work with the private sector to promote Muslim-friendly tourism or Islamic tourism to our target among Muslims from China. So we executed an out-of-the-box strategy where we did not go on a typical familiarization trip among travel agents, but we went onto a familiarization trip with imams from China. So these imams, our target or intent was to actually get them to become our influencer or our brand ambassador when they return back to their home country. So some of the imams have been to Malaysia, many have not. So it was a great opportunity for us to showcase to them the Islamic tourism destination that we have to offer, the ecotourism attraction that we have, the leisure tourism ideas that we have to offer to our guests. So these are things where we make them realize, when we work with the private sector, that Malaysia has got a good combination of tourism. When we offer to the universal travelers at large.
From your point of view, what are the long-term goals of the Islamic tourism industry, and how do you believe the conference can help achieve those objectives?
Well, our long-term goals is definitely to expand our programs not only within Malaysia to as many industry players as possible, but we're also looking at lending our programs and guidelines to other countries to follow suit in order to have a unified approach towards identifying the Muslim-friendly marking. And besides that, we also know that with this conference, later this evening, we'll be signing a memorandum of understanding between ITC and Rus Quality in harmonizing our MFA guidelines with their Muslim-friendly marking. And also we'll be signing an MOU with an association of travel agents from Indonesia that's got 7,000 members. So these are our ongoing efforts to make sure the products and services that ITC has developed the past 15 years are not just expanded in Malaysia for the benefit of market players or industry players in Malaysia, but also for us to share with the world.
Great.
And, yeah.
What advice would you like to give to young entrepreneurs who want to enter into this Islamic tourism industry?
Find your niche, find your passion in the Islamic tourism industry, and then work out on the details to really understand whether your idea or your proposal or plan to penetrate the Islamic tourism segment is solving a real-life problem or not. So when you know if it's a real-life problem, then you know there is a market for you to serve. Yeah, I think that's how business ideas of business development work, on how you explore business ideas. And when you have that, if you think it's validated that it can work, the next question you should ask yourself, or how you make money out of it. So if there's no potential revenue generation, don't bother doing it. If you believe that there's potential revenue generation, then yeah.
Well, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate the time you've taken to speak with us today.
Yeah, pleasure.
I hope the Halal Times audience will be able to benefit out of the discussion which we've had today with you.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thank you.